Today is a wonderful day, a day where I get to give my 2 cents on things and life and everything abound. So people can examine them. These are 2 British pennies, believe it or not, back when the pennies were a big deal, figuratively and literally. So the spectators have examined them to their heart's content. And so we say, I want to act as if this is opinion. Maybe it's just my 2 cents, but I'd like to think of it as something more. Okay? And this is a Walking Liberty $50, which is really, really cool. Now with this one, we can get to hop and pop. We can get to go every which way. We can actually get to toss it, and it goes just like that, and it just comes back over here. It goes every which way. But it isn't about the coin per se, it's about your experience. And I want to make it super magical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the coin into the hand, okay? And close my hand around it. It's a very difficult thing, as you can imagine. Seeing a coin, just carefully, you can drop it into the hand. So I'll have the spectator hold out your left or right hand. Are you left-handed or right-handed? They go right-handed, and I would go, good to know. Hold out your left hand. So they do, and I say, just very fairly, I'm going to just drop into your hand, and you'll just close into it, okay? They hold out their hand, okay? Very fairly, they see it, and up to the last second. And when the coin is dropped, believe it or not, it changes back to just my 2 cents. And then a powerful opinion made possibly invalid. The symbolism there, who knows? But the spectators can examine them again, every which way, but yet you can see it very fairly, okay? I try to show it from every angle that you can see. The coins just become seemingly one. Ooh, Walking Liberty $50. And it's crazy because I can get the coin, toss it, it comes back this way. I can get it, rub it, it comes back this way. I can even put it in my pocket per se. And even then it'll come back over here, which is crazy. And still, even regardless of opinion, this is just my 2 cents that I think you would like to see a card trick. I'm Dan, and I hope you enjoyed the trick. So I hope you enjoyed the last one. That one took me many years to come up with or bring together, maybe spiritually. So thank you, God from above. And we will jump directly into this routine. It's very cool. Now, you could use any production you want before you even hop into it. I just chose cards because I found cards. You could use a giant coin, some personal ending you want to use, whatever you want as a production. That aside, we have 2 copper coins, which we start out with, and 1 Walking Liberty $50, whatever you choose. I just choose a $50 just because I like it, and then that's basically the setup. Before we even begin, I do want to say inspirations real fast. This was inspired by a couple different magicians. There was a, I forget his name, I'll list it below. There was one magician in particular. He did a 2 smaller coins into 1 larger coin. He was an Asian fellow magician, great magician. I forget his name, but I'm going to list it below. It'll come back to me later. And as well as a couple different things like penny to large or expansion tricks, or copsil brass, many of the copsil brass or copper coins. There's many things that have inspired this or seen many of this, but all of them use, a lot of them use gaffs or something tricked, or the method was not, it was very short, it wasn't, they all lacked something I really wanted, which was just bringing out a real commercial routine that keeps on hitting, and it feels great for the spectator. It's unique. This is technically a new coin plot in its own way. So there's, and I think I could stand by that. There's many things to it, and it's my own take on just 2 cents becoming a cool idea represented by Walking Liberty $50. It looks cool. So with that said, let's jump into it. Creations aside, which I have hopefully listed below of anyone that's inspired it. So with that, we start with the prop. Let's start with this. The production item can either be in the front pocket or back pocket of your dominant hand. In my case, I'm left-handed, so I put in my back left pocket, let's say for the case of this trick. Okay, we have the $50 classic palmed, and then we have the 2 copper coins. Now, if you're doing this impromptu, you can pull out 2 copper coins, hand them to a spectator, and as you put away your wallet, you can steal out the Walking Liberty $50. While the focus is there, you steal this one out, close your wallet, and go into it. So you can start out impromptu if you want. Or if not, you could just palm the $50 as you show the 2 British pennies, which is cool. And then you can give off whatever presentation you want. And the cool part about it is it's logical. So you could say, this is my 2 cents. Ooh yeah. Which it's symbolic and literal, which is kind of humorous. And it gives basis to the routine, which is nice. So the spectators have examined it, and while they are examining it, we are going to transfer this coin from classic palm to the finger palm of this hand, and we're going to do it so that these coins are going to be into here and then receive it for the change, which looks magical. You'll see in one sec. Okay, so we let the coin fall from classic palm to finger palm, and we turn our hand on up. It's like a hand wash. I credit this to J. Nobilizada, where I learned about the hand washing sequence. An extra gesture, this is Eric Jones popularized, where you do an expression gesture, boom, showing the hands empty, which is really, really cool. I abuse it now because of Eric, which is always nice. So we got the 2 coins, and then we're going to do a click pass. It's what I call the pencil vanish click pass. It's my own take on a click pass. Something I thought I was reading in Bobo, but it wasn't, and then this is my own take. So first I'll do it without the coin in there, and then we'll do it with the coin, okay? So this is what it looks like, boom, and that's just the coin vanishing. I do cover it in my own videos, just the pencil vanish, boom. Okay, that looks cool, boom. And you can do this with multiple coins, which is cool. So you could have one here or a bunch on the table. So 1, I pick up the next one, and then if you let it clink directly onto this coin and let it stay in finger palm, you get this really cool illusion. That is cool. Wait. What, Danny? Okay, that's 1. You let it click on the same coin. It's still there, but it looks and sounds like it was there. Pretty crazy. 1, 2. I mean, you obviously don't want to do that. I'm just doing it for the expression, but that's the click pass we're going for. It looks really nice. You can let 1 coin in there if you wanted to do only 1 transfer to only be a little bit ahead. That was a little bit of sound. Let me do a little bit better. 1, 2, and only 1 coin has gone across. But in this case, I'm going for 2. So 1, let clink, retained it, and boom. Now we're going to add the element. So we've gone from classic palm, got it, hand washed it, into finger palm. Ooh, yay. So now with that same thing, 1, 2, squeeze, and then we can show the coin, the silver coin that was always in there the whole time. Or not the whole time, but we transfer it over, and we can show it, and boom. Super cool. And while we display this to the audience or set it on table, or I just set it on table because I say this is my valuable opinion. Maybe I don't want to let people check it out, but I do want to display it. And as I display it, I use that action, and as I'm talking, and turning my body, so this hand is totally out of view, so I could palm the 2 British pennies that were in finger palm to classic palm. I know it can be difficult, so I'm going to offer some tips on this. One thing I tend to do, let me see as I do this. I do it when I'm down and relaxed. That is the best way. If you're trying to do it while tense, it becomes difficult, and you could hear that sound. You want to avoid the sound. So either you have music playing in the background to cover up any little slight noise, you really perfect the technique, or you do this while relaxed. To relax, let it slowly come on up. You can use your 4th finger to adjust to make sure both coins are finger palm, because you're going to need them to be comfortable, and then you're all good. Okay, so again, I'll go back. 2 coins. Okay, they're examining them. I've hand washed it. We've gone 1, 2 with the click pass. Okay, squeeze. We can show, and as we display and show, okay, I'm maneuvering the coin from finger palm over 2 classic palm. And I do it slowly in a relaxed manner so I can make sure I get it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but we just get a general idea of it there. And you can even misdirect for a little bit longer than you need to be to make sure you got it decently. It's not perfect, as you can see in this case. It's not perfect, but we can maybe adjust a little bit. Try to get it as close as it can and make sure it holds and stabilizes. So we could do a couple vanishes with that. So mind you, again, it's not perfect, but I'm holding it decently well. So let's just show a case where it doesn't need to be perfect, but we can still do it. Now from here, okay, 2 coins over here. I got the coin, we displayed it, and now we show some cool magic. Now from here, we can do a finger palm or a retention vanish. I tend to do a retention vanish. This is one I saw from a Asian fellow on Illusionist. He was teaching, I forgot his name, I'll credit him below, but a brilliant guy on this retention vanish. It has all the elements I want. Even though there may be others, there was this it just looks so great. Oh. Anyway, just the way I like it. So you can do a retention vision vanish, or you can do a finger palm. You can use your thumb, stretch out your thumb a little bit as you display it, so you can cover the 2 classic palm coins. So you can do it just brief display. You could point at it, do a brief finger palm, and then toss it on up, like toss on up, and then produce the coin over on the elbow or my shoulder right here. 1, so that's 1. Put it over here, and we're basically doing a mini 1 coin routine amongst this routine, which makes it so cool. You get to see a little bit of pockets of magic in between. It's like a mini show within a show, which is so cool. We're going to do a fake take, okay? I'm not doing the grotesque, well, I always call it grotesque, the French drop, because in reality, if you were to really take a coin, you wouldn't go like this. You would just actually take it. You just go like this. Yeah, I'm taking the coin. Would you really do it like that for that? And I mean, mind you, I caught it like that. I just don't feel the need, so I just cover what simulate a real vanish. Okay, pretend to take it, come up, maybe brush it across, show it's over here. Okay, again, just pretending to take it as it falls. Boosh, coming forward. Again, going forward. Let it drop as I got enough shade. Come forward. Maybe blow it away. Brush or show it goes. Okay, without exposing this. Boom, and then can just pretend to produce it over here, or produce it over here. Okay, that's boom, number 2. And number 3 is just a quick thing I came up with, and I know it's based on a Michael Skinner retention vanish or a Marlowe retention vanish. I'm not sure which. And then Jay Noblezada had some unique takes on retention vanish, and then I had my own takes. So it's a medley of them. So here's the idea. You have it in the first finger and thumb, okay, and as you come forward, again, with the 2 coins in there, again, it also, so you can see it, it's still same take, it's not perfect, okay, and I'm still doing it. Come on over, and then I actually take it, come on over, and then I crumple it, and it's in finger palm, by the way, and I crumple it, and then I open my fingers like, boom, boom, it's gone. And that's enough, because you've done so much magic. It's so believable that, oh yeah, it's already gone. Okay, we gotta jump to this way. And people don't know what to expect. So come over, crumple it, and because I have it, come over, get into finger palm, crumple, boom, and people assume, okay, yeah, it's already gone. He really has it over here. Then people look, and then I crumple and show it's gone. I can adjust my shirt, or I relax, whichever. People are going, wait, what? They're like searching, and then I can produce it again off shirt, shoulder, spectator, wherever you feel, table, okay? And then you display it. Cool. And then you mention, as cool as that is, so you can hype it further, it's not about the coin, it's about your experience. And notice I'm doing casual gestures with my hand while retaining it the whole way through. Okay? And so I say, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to drop the coin into my hand and close it. Okay? And what I really, really like about this phase is the visualness, that you can see everything, okay? And you're still retaining, which is so, so cool. Okay? And then you say, are you left-handed or right-handed? And they say right-handed. Good to know. Hold out your left hand. Which is a great, great joke. And anyways, so you show it to them, and then you do it for yourself one last time. You show them that it's maybe difficult for people to do. Yes, and then they hold out their hand. Make sure you're aware of angles, so you're not flashing, but yet they can see the coin. It seems like there's nothing else. You've done only this, even with all the magic. It seems so fair. And then when you drop it in, here's what's going to happen from behind the scenes. Okay, as you drop it, okay, the coin is going to come from here. It's going to drop into finger palm. Okay, that's all it's got to do. It's kind of interesting because it's 2 actions in one. So that's all it's going to do. So this coin is going to drop into finger palm. Okay, now as the hand turns, it's going to turn like this as it comes down, and it's going to release the 2 classic palm coins. And notice, again, they're still out of position. I have not done any cut segments. I've been keeping here the whole time. So we are at this point. We've dropped the coin a whole bunch. Okay, they have this hand out. Okay, and as we drop the coin, we're going to keep the continued motion and let the half dollars, then the British pennies in the classic palm, fall out as you continue downwards, relaxed. Okay, the half dollar is in finger palm, but it's just relaxed. It's coming down, and then they close their hands over it, and it's just like, wait, what? And then they open, they could see the British pennies, which is cool. You completed a challenge which my daughter had made to me, or in some way. This is one of the methods I came up with. I want you to change a coin in my hand. That's how you could say you're a real magician. So this is the challenge, and so you could see it all. Or this was the challenge posed to me. If you're a real magician, change a coin inside of my hand. That'll prove you're real. So this is my attempt to make that happen in some way. And so they're checking out, they're having fun. Anywho, so then from here, we are letting them examine it again, the coins, they're freaking out, and I do another hand washing sequence from the finger palm to finger palm, so I can display this hand casually if there's any onlookers, but that's only if there's someone really burning me. But in the better case, it's setting up for the transformation, being this the receiving hand and the half dollar being there. It sets it up for everything. Okay, so they've examined it. I've gone from finger palm to finger palm. Okay, I pick up the coins, and then I'm going to do a cool click pass based on the J.C. Wagner Vanish, which is cool. So it's one, or actually maybe the J.C. Wagner click pass. He did have his own version. Actually, this is the J.C. Wagner click pass. Take it back. This is the J.C. Wagner click pass, and I'm adding a transformation to it at the end result, which is cool. So it's 1, 2, okay? And because you have this coin here, and you retain both from the click, the sound is cool, and yet all they see is that, and then they're starting to freak out, which is so cool because of the auditory visual. Thank you, J.C. Wagner. I do not take credit for that. I'm just using it in a routine to make everything wonderful. So again, we did a hand washing sequence. They've examined the coins. We now do the J.C. Wagner click pass with the transformation. Ooh la la. 1, we let the coin fall from here to finger palm. 1. I'm looking at the camera as it is. 1, okay. It's in finger palm. We take the second one in first finger and thumb. Okay, same thing as before. We let it drop, and it clicks and stays on the finger palm coin. 2, hand closes, and then you can see after a beat, you gesture, maybe hype it a little, and then you can see the coin transfer again. Super, super cool. Okay, and I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful phase. So again, one last time. Coins, we've already done the transfer. In this case, I'm so used to the first one. So 1, 2, okay. Squeeze, hype, whatever you want to do. Show, boom. Now, I want to make it seem like the whole focus is just on this, taking away from the fact that we've got the 2 coins here. And I also want to create a unique phasing that showcases silver half dollar doing something unique. So this is what I came up with. So then, you've probably seen it already where the coin can go from here, or I toss it away and it comes back over here. They see that. I take it again, and this time I rub it over here. Keep it and try to make use of the hands, seeming like these hands are doing something. They're not going crazy in some way. And then give it a rub, and then pops over here. And so you get this naturalness. Well, it seems like it's only one coin at play, which is really, really cool. Or if I get it in this case, and I can even go for, in this case, because it's a grotesque vanish, or I'm really making sure in this case there's actual justification for the French drop in this case. If I really, excusing the noise, if I really want to get it and put it inside my pocket, and that can be justification for you actually doing it. Otherwise, a French drop, I mean, just a fake take more than suffices for whatever you're going for. Anywho, so I'm going to really take it and put it away, okay? And as I put it away, this gives a justification to go into the back pocket and steal out the production item, whether it be a large, $50, cards, whatever it is. Okay? And we just relax and have it at our side. Okay? And as we produce the coin, so even though it's impossible, it'll still come off the shoulder. And then people see that, are amazed, and are looking at that. And then you can revolve the coin using your first finger while being on the first and second finger. So you can do that coin revolve. After you do that, you have your hand tilted up, and it happens as you tilt down, okay? So as you tilt down, the production item comes up. It tries to meet an 80-20 where this does 80% of the work and this does 20 for the item, okay? So as it comes up, 80, and as the item starts to come into view and your hand has full shade, once you have full shade, you can let the coin drop. Hand straighten because you're gripping the production item by the first finger and the other fingers coalesce, okay? So right here, we showed up. Now 80, 20, and then we can do a little wave like that to show. I've seen magicians go like this, boom, or like whoosh. That can look cool, but not just and there. You know, you want to make it magical. So in some cases, boom, I could showcase it, boom, down, up, down, looks cool. In another case, boom, boom, boom. And then you can revolve the case, hiding the coin, if in worst case scenario, by the in this case third finger or ring finger, boom, and it's hidden underneath, and you can just set it down, let it fall back in the finger palm, and you're all good. But usually just in finger palm, boom. The spectators are amazed. Whoa, you done production, cool. Oh, and you now have natural transition. Ooh, let's do a card trick now, if you're doing a full set. Otherwise, this is just a cool production. You have cards, ooh, free production. Without needing to carry a giant metal coin every time that clanks everywhere. So I just want to pitch some ideas out there. I really think this is a cool commercial plot that magicians can now use. It's something a little different than like a one coin routine, and that hits pretty well. And I think it's a lot more interesting than most three flies out there, which is honestly why myself included, or just being honest, I don't even do a three fly. The closest thing I have is a 3 coins vanishing, and then they come back. It's a really cool sequence. But just the idea of vanishing appeals to more to more audiences overall than does a 3 fly I've seen per se. And I've seen many versions, even Daryl's, and Daryl's was pretty good. But that's just my thoughts. I thought, you know, this is commercial, magicians can use it. Here you guys go use it. It's an intermediate, and I should also make this note, it's an intermediate level routine. There will be a little bit of practice involved, but for those who already have the knowledge, this is really fun to play with. I think you'll really enjoy it and create your own version and maybe even come up with something better than this. But I think this is pretty fun and exciting. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And see you in the next one.